Mr. May.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity to give my first speech. I would like to talk about credit. We all need credit to buy things, be it a home, car, boat, anything, establish credit cards, anything. How do we do that? What's going on with this banking industry? I've been in the banking industry for about 15 years. Please don't throw anything. I'm not a Goldman Sachs or anything. I wish I was. They got sacks of gold. I probably got the sack. But what is credit? How do we get this credit rating, this credit score? Well, first we have to know that there's 3 repositories: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Now these 3 companies control the information highway on us. They've been in business for 100 years. There's other sub-companies out there like Fiserv or Credit Star, but they get the information from these guys. They control the data. They have the monopoly on us. So they rate us, every one of us. When you're given your Social Security number, your account is open. And there's other data as well, your birth date and, and name and address. But your credit score, basically, you want to say 500 to 850. If you're below 500, you're in an unfortunate category because nobody will extend you any type of credit. If they do, they're going to use or give you very usurious rates, 20, 30%. When you purchase a home, today you will have to have 620 to 640 in that range of a credit score. Now we go into this level of risk-based pricing. So if you're if you're 620 to 640, that's your minimum score. But even if you're higher than 640, but below 700, the government, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, which controls most of the mortgages in America, will tax you and you'll pay an extra fee. So the importance of good credit will save you thousands of dollars of interest charges over the life of the loan, whether it be a car or even a home. Even a car, rates you can get maybe 6.5%, but if your credit is bad, you're going to pay 8, 9, 10% interest. And you wind up paying thousands of dollars extra. And over the life of a loan of a home, it goes into tens of thousands of dollars extra. So this is the rating system. My credit used to be about 744, which is pretty decent. Now it's dropped because I've had inquiries. And a lot of people, when I'm trying to establish new credit, people check it. The more inquiries you have will take off some points. Also, if you've never been turned down, if you've ever been turned down on credit, that's also a negative factor. But also, here's one thing to remember. If you have, let's say, a credit card, and I never use it, but it's open, and I have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 of credit limit on it. Some people say, well, let me close it out, and then I'll be done with it. No, keep it open, because it's very hard to reopen and establish credit. They're not giving it away like they used to. So keep the credit card open. What you could do to improve scores is maybe go out and purchase something. Could be anything. Go to the grocery store, buy $20, $30 worth of groceries. Pay it off at the end of the month. It'll take 2 months, pay it off. Then credit card companies, and they'll report it. Now you're using that account, and you're using it in a positive way. You're going to improve your score. Also, the biggest thing, let's say my credit's poor, or I have no credit. What should I do? I tell people, I'll give you $1 million secret, and I won't even charge you for it. What you do is, if you have a parent or spouse that maybe has credit, ask them to put you on as an authorized user. You didn't sign for it. They're taking their name and good credit, adding you as an authorized user on that account. Now, let's say I did that with my wife. I put her on, and I use the credit card, and I'm using it, paying it off. I'm keeping it, maintaining it. She now gets credit for that on her credit, so it's going to help build her credit up as well. Or you could do it for children. Let's say they're in high school, or not high school, is too young. Maybe college, can't get credit. Do that, set them up, and start building up their credit rating. So important because credit is king in our country. America is built on credit. China loves our debts. They want to buy all our credit and debts. So it's very important as years to come, because we're going to be in a slump the next few years, and banks will not, they're going to be tight on their credit standards, and they won't be issuing mortgages as easy as they were. You want to have the credit available to you, and everything is a credit rating. The higher the score, the less you'll pay in fees and interest over the life of the loan. Also, if you ever want to co-sign for somebody, it's a big mistake. I would recommend not doing it. Why? Because that person can't establish credit in their own name. They're coming to you with good credit. If they don't pay, it comes after you, and they're going to have that negative mark on your credit, and that's going to be very hard to challenge and get that off. It'll stay. Most negative credit stays on, or we look at it in the banking industry, for 2 years. So we'll go back and look, and then you'll have to explain and document what happened. Oh, you co-signed? Well, let me see this person's bank account and records and see that he was paying it. It's a mess, and it's a nightmare. So I don't recommend co-signing for anybody. If they really need it, if you have spare cash, let them do that, or maybe get a secured card in their name. But I don't never recommend to sign as a co-borrower, co-signer for somebody. Big mistake. I've seen that happen. Too many dangerous situations. Keep inquiries down to a minimum. 2 per month is okay. If you have multiple past that, that's detrimental to your credit. So you want to keep that to a minimum. You can always document it, and it makes sense. If, well, I'm applying for a mortgage loan, it makes sense that I've had 2 inquiries from a mortgage lender. That's okay. But if you're shopping a credit card store after Macy's and Bloomingdale's, you're just shopping, trying to establish credit, and they don't like to see that. So as the book says, get to the point. I will get to the point. Your credit rating is very, very, very important, especially in this day and age. If you're looking to make a big purchase, a home, car, boat, or whatever it is, keep your credit strong. Keep the inquiries to a minimum. Don't co-sign for anybody. And pay your bills on time. The biggest thing you can do. Biggest thing you can do. I thank you for your time. I'm grateful to be here. Have a great evening. Thank you.
I know there's a lot of